Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for October the 30th. That's right, we've made it. It's All Hallows Eve. Yep, tomorrow's Halloween, and if you watched last week's video, and my numbers tell me you probably didn't, but if you did, you'll remember that I mentioned when showing some Halloween appropriate stuff that I was gambling by showing all the Halloween stuff I had then, because I had some other stuff on order, but that or actually most of it, is from D23, which means there's a very good chance it wouldn't show up until well into next month. Well, as happens when you gamble, sometimes you lose. And yeah, nothing showed up. None of that stuff showed up. No Halloween stuff showed up. So this week we're going to look at just a couple of random items. 2 items picked by myself and 2 items picked by my wife that we'd ordered from Shop Disney and or D23. And yeah, just 2 small items. Each of us have a small item, each of us have a large item. So I guess we should just start out with the small items. So we'll start out with my small item, and this is a D23 item. It is limited edition 1500. It is the Shang-Chi D23 pin. No, I still haven't seen the movie, but it's coming out, in 2 or 3 weeks on Disney+, so I guess I'll just wait and watch it then at this point. That's how I did with Black Widow, so I guess I can do it with Shang-Chi as well. And I say, this pin I do like a lot better than the original Shop Disney pin that I had purchased. You know, the one that came apart when I was looking at it, because I kind of thought it was supposed to, but it turns out it was just shoddily assembled. This one, however, they don't have the neon, which I did like the neon on that original one. But this one doesn't have any of that neon styling, but it is very, very shiny and golden. Sadly, I can't get too much direct light on it without it just glaring off, because the plastic and then, of course, the fact it's just super, super shiny. And unlike a lot of the Marvel pins, this is actually a pin trading pin. We've got the Mickey backs on it. Not that I would ever want to wear this in anything. It is, like I said, LE 1500. But it's nice. It's Shang-Chi himself. Is that his name in the? It is. Yeah, in the trailer he refers to himself as Shang-Chi, or he's correcting somebody's pronunciation of it. I think Awkwafina's character's pronunciation of it as Shang-Chi. And yeah, so that's him in the middle of a move, preparing to shoot a fireball or something. I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I liked the pin. It's very nicely styled. It's very nice and shiny. It's very big and chunky too. I don't remember how much it was, and it doesn't really matter because it is long gone off the Shop Disney site. I think it was probably long gone before it even showed up here, because again, D23 is for some reason massively, massively slower than normal Shop Disney. You order it through the Shop Disney site, but it takes a lot longer to get here. But yep, that's my small item. Now let's look at my wife's small item. And my wife's small item is this. Part of the Flair series. It is a bag charm of a very Starbucks-esque cup. Only, of course, we have a Mickey head instead of the Starbucks mermaid on there. And she picked this up. I asked her why she picked it up, because I wasn't sure. It didn't seem like the sort of thing she would normally buy. And she did confess that she bought it to get to the free shipping threshold. Although I have to say, at $14.99. I mean, maybe she bought it on sale, that I don't know. But at $14.99, I think the shipping probably would have been cheaper. But it's kind of cute. She's considering putting it on a bag, like carrying it around with her, but I worry personally that these little, the little fake rhinestones on here may, come off if it bumps into things. I wonder how much longer we're going to get price tags on these things. What with most of the stores being gone, they won't really have price tags on most items anymore. It'd probably be easier just to tag the items going into the stores, maybe have them put the tags on themselves, than to tag everything when 99% of it is going to be sold through Shop Disney and not in Disney stores, the 3 that remain. But it is cute, and of course, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, we love our coffee. We actually have a coffee shrine, which I've posted pictures of on the @VoidOfIntelligence Instagram before, way back. Just scroll way back in there. But they're there. I don't think I've ever shown it in a video, though, and I don't know that I ever will. So my wife's large item is something that when I saw it on Shop Disney, I was I personally would have been fine letting it go, but I kind of figured there was a very good chance my wife would want to get it. And I was right, and we got it. And here it is, the key display case. Unlock your imagination for your Keys to Imagination keys from Shop Disney, formerly, store opening keys. And this is me. It's a nice piece of kit. It's very big, and it includes a starter key. And it's $49.99. And I don't know if it's still on the site or not. We ordered it a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to take it out. Let me take a look at it a little bit better without the plastic on it. But we ordered it a couple weeks ago. It showed up. It is very large. I've seen people posting pictures online of having ordered multiples of these. And there's a reason for that. I can understand. And the reason is, if you look on here, if I can get this out without damaging it. I mean, I don't know if we're going to put it up somewhere or not, but for now I'm going to put it back in the box when I'm done looking at it here. But if you look at it, it only holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys, and it comes with one of them. Of course, if you buy multiple, then you'll have extras of that key. But of course, it's also the only way to get that particular key, which this established 1928, has Mickey. It's all done up in nice silver. Otherwise, it is your basic standard run-of-the-mill Disney key. On the back here, is this? I wonder if maybe there was like a foot back here that could stand up without me letting go of it. But no, that's not the case. It has just got a thing for hanging it on the wall there by a nail, which to my eyes looks like it may not be exactly straight, but I guess it doesn't matter. When you hang it on a nail, gravity will straighten it out. And kind of your standard picture frame enclosures back here. Just slide those like that to open it up. That I'm not going to do, though. But yeah, here is the look at it. And down here at the bottom, and this is one of the things she argued as like a redeeming feature of it to me, is we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more little hooks down here, which could maybe have been fastened on a little bit better. They're not actually straight, are they? But they're only held on by a screw. You can adjust them. So you can hang more keys. I kind of feel like that's intended to put by your front door and hang your normal keys on, like your car keys and your house keys and the keys to the boathouse and whatever other keys you may have. And I can't lean that back there because it'll knock stuff over. Oh, I know what I can do. I have these here. There we go. Now I can let go of it and not have to have my arm in front of the camera the whole time. But, yeah, it's only holds, at most, I guess you could hang multiple keys down here, right? But we're talking, 11 keys? And again, it comes with one. And there's a couple issues I have with this. Aside from the fact that it only holds so few keys, it takes up a lot of your wall real estate. And it was $50, because it is wood. It's not a cheapy thing. It feels pretty decent. But yeah, it only holds 11 keys, again, unless you hang multiples down here. But the problem on top of just not holding that many keys, is that most of the keys for the last couple years have come in boxes. Well, you're obviously not putting boxes in there. They're actually meant to clip in to those little brackets there. So I guess you could use it to maybe put in your favorite keys from the earlier ones, the giveaway ones, like the Mickey and the Minnie and the Donald. Maybe do it for your blind box keys, your Star Wars, or your Marvel Disney Plus, your Nightmare Before Christmas, or those brand new holiday mystery keys, which, yes, as much as I have railed against the blind box keys, I have ordered some of those because my wife wanted them. So that'll be a video maybe next Sunday. I don't know. We're going to be getting into holiday stuff here pretty soon. And we've got some ornaments already. So next week we're probably going to be looking at ornaments. Unless my Halloween stuff shows up. In which case we'll look at that late. But I'm rambling. But I guess you could put you could leave that key in there. And for example, the new holiday keys, there are 5 in the series. If you somehow manage to get all 5 of them, you could, you'd take that one out, wouldn't you? Take that out and put each of those in there. Maybe you could swap it out seasonally. I don't know. I do think it looks nice. I do think people who are going to buy 2 or 3 of them, that's $150. That's a lot. But, hey, you do you. If that's what you want to decorate your home with, I am not going to criticize you. But yeah, we've got, hey, it's the only way to get that particular key. I guess short of buying it from somebody who bought 2 or 3 of these and doesn't want extra keys. But that's her large item. We looked at her large item, her small item, my small item, which means it must be time for my large item. All right, and for my large item, which is not as large and not as expensive, but not that far off, at least in the price, we have to ask ourselves the question, what if Shop Disney made Toy Box toys based on Disney Plus's Marvel Studios What If? Well, we don't have to ask the question because they did. And here's one of them. Here's one that I obviously had to buy. It is Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper. It's $34.99. I don't think it's currently on the Shop Disney site, but I could be wrong. The only other What If one I've seen so far has been Star-Lord T'Challa, which, yes, obviously I'm getting that, but we're not going to show that in this video because I want to open this up. And I don't normally do toy box stuff in these videos. I don't normally do toy box videos. I don't normally run out of stuff to get to those. But I do actually have a bin full of toy box figures I haven't opened yet. But this one I wanted to get and I wanted to open. Unfortunately, I thought it would be nice to compare it to the Lego version, but unfortunately the Lego version is put away with the springtime Lego City display, and therefore I can't easily get to it. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Let's, I don't know, fast forward, jump ahead. I don't know. Slow Watcher. That's actually kind of cool. I may have to maybe keep that. I don't know. Lots of twist ties. Normally, these toy box figures come with like rubber bands, like elastics, not twist ties. This is very retro. This reminds me of my KB days because you don't, at least I don't see these twist ties so much anymore. It's like all paper ties and plush tags now. And I realized now doing this that I don't really miss them. All right, we got one out. Now it's to get Captain Carter out. I have to say, I mean, I know that the shield kind of covers it from the front, but from the back, it kind of looks like she's squatting to use the restroom. Not the most flattering pose, but I guess that's just not the way you really look at it from in the box. Let's get her out of there. Well, she's free, but they've taped the shield on. There we go. The shield, is that... Well, that's kind of interesting. The shield like pivots, I guess, so it can clip onto her wrist or... Oh, goes in her back. That makes sense. All right. We've got them out. Now let's take a good look at them. So, of course, first off, Captain Carter has a similar issue to a lot of the female toy box characters, and just that she's a little spindly, and it kind of seems like her legs aren't the same length. There we go. At least she's standing. Yeah, it's like she doesn't want to stand up straight. Also, how does that... we got the stiff elbows, but that's not uncommon for toy box figures. We've got a little pivot on the head. So we have, let's see, wrists pivot or twist. Elbows don't want to, but they will bend. We got knees. We got some play on the ankle here. Knees are fairly loose compared to the elbows especially. We got movement at the hips. She twists. Not bad. Now look at the face. I don't think it's a bad sculpt. I think it's a pretty good sculpt. The expression's a little dead-eyed. They could have given her, I think, some more personality. She also looks like she's kind of like trying to look at the tip of her nose. But still, I mean, I think it's a cool figure. And she's got her shield, and unlike the Lego one, which actually I do still have here, unlike the Lego one, it's the right color. Hey, look at that. But of course, I mean, as cool as I think Captain Carter is, and as much as I do still want to see more of her in her universe, the big draw for this, of course, for me is the Hydra Stomper, because it's a mech, and I love myself some mechs. His little rocket pack comes off the back, I believe, because, well, as a result, he makes noise. I didn't realize that when I ordered him, but he has noise and lights. Huh? Got anything else? just, just a kind of random battle noises, or not even battle, like mechanical noises that are designed to drive parents nuts when their kids do them over and over and over again. Cool. You done? Okay. Now, this, isn't like Hot Toys quality. It's not even Marvel Legends quality, but I'm being honest, looking at this, putting this up on a shelf, I think I'm good having not purchased that $50 Marvel Legends one. I think I'm probably pretty good with this and the Lego one. Now, what kind of articulation do we have on here? We got wrists, we got elbows, we got knees, we have, it looks like a joint on the foot, but it doesn't seem to want to bend. You can see there is it looks like this should pivot. Oh, it does very, very little, but I guess it doesn't really need to. You want it to stand up, right? We have the removable pack, which would go on like so. And look, you can even actually put, I like that. We'll do that in a minute though. Because the other thing I didn't realize when I ordered it is that it opens up where it's supposed to open up. There we go. And look, there's a little pop-up skinny Steve Rogers in there, although honestly, he kind of looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. Kind of looks like Doctor Strange is piloting the astromech, the Hydra Stomper. But still, that is a cool little feature. They didn't have to do that, so he doesn't come out or anything. He's just like the top half of Steve Rogers on a spring. Which is fine, but this, nothing I didn't realize. I don't think they had a lot of pictures for this on the site, but it looks like we can mount Captain Carter here, maybe, on the Hydra Stomper, maybe. Well, maybe I should just fast forward and do that too, huh? All right, I've got it. Getting her on there is a lot harder than anything geared towards young children has any right to be. But I got it. This, her right foot there just does not want to stay on there. And even then, her legs are kind of at a weird angle. I don't think it'll be noticeable on a shelf if I shelve it like this. But it's, I think if for children playing with this, that's going to get very, very frustrating very, very fast. I think it'll be frustrating for parents who, the kids keep wanting mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whoever to keep putting her back on there so they can set them up like this. But still, it's very nice. I'm definitely, between the two, the Hydra Stomper is the better piece. She just is a little spindly, which is a normal problem with things like Captain Marvel and Wasp and Ray. It's something and even honestly, even things like a little bit like Boba Fett and The Mandalorian have a little bit of that problem because the legs are so small on them or so skinny on them. But honestly, that aside, the only thing I don't like is the look on her face, that expression. It's just, you can't see it here. Hold on. There we go. That expression is not great. I am not in love with that look on her face. Also, it seems like her head should tilt back farther. Maybe it's just because of the way I have her placed. It looks like she's kind of stuck looking down a little bit. But I guess it just depends on how you pose her, right? Still, it's a nice set. I'm glad I got it. But definitely for the Hydra Stomper, which is largely kind of a little brittle feeling. It's a harder plastic than she's made out of. She feels like she has a little more give to her, a little more flex. This, not so much. So this almost might be I kind of wonder if the Toy Box toys are really meant more for adult collectors who just like that old Disney Infinity look to them. But it's definitely a nice set. I do like him. I like having a Captain Carter figure. I just kind of wish her face was a little better, and I wish she was a little sturdier, and I wish she stood on that jetpack a little more securely, but still pretty awesome. And that wraps up everything for this video. Yeah, it took way too long to talk about 4 things, didn't it? But that's what we did today. Which brings us to, of course, what got me through this week. And I guess to yesterday morning, I had nothing. I was fully prepared to walk into this video saying, I got nothing. I got nothing for you this week. But then I had finished the anime I was watching. Yeah, this is great. You can't even see all that in this camera, but oh well. I had gotten to the end of the anime I was watching and started over on something new, which was the second half of Way of the House Husband on Netflix. Yeah, I've talked about it before. I like Way of the House Husband. And yeah, the second half of the season, or heck, second half of the series, is up on Netflix now, and so I watched that. And yeah, I'm getting back into that. In every way that Yotsuba last week I mentioned was just kind of pure unbridled joy, everything in Way of the House Husband is just kind of pure unbridled lunacy, and I'm here for it. If you don't remember, it's basically about a former Yakuza member who, like a real high up, real powerful member of the Yakuza, who has quit to become a house husband and take care of his wife, who is essentially a woman child. And it's very good. She has the job. He stays home. He does the cooking and the cleaning. And 99% of the humor is the fact that he still acts like Yakuza, but he's now talking about things like yeast and flour and going grocery shopping. And it's all very good. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Each episode contains, I think, 4 or 5 little shorts, about 5 to 10 minutes each. Probably more like 5 minutes if there's 4 or 5 of them, right? And it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. And that'll wrap us up. I do thank you for watching. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and come on back tomorrow where I'll have video from last week's Roseville Comic-Con. That'll be tomorrow's video. So if you attended that, or you didn't attend it for safety reasons, and you want the experience of it, come back tomorrow and check that out. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.